Today is January 28th, Sunday, and this is Rosara's Investments. So we have a huge week coming up, earnings week. This is like the Super Bowl of stocks. So there are thousands of companies that trade on the stock markets, and there are hundreds of companies that are reporting this week. And I'm going to pick out some of the bigger companies that you might be interested in that are reporting on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I'm going to try my best not to say throughout this whole video. So if I do, please let me know. So starting with Tuesday, we have Pfizer, AMD, and McDonald's reporting. So these three companies I already said it once. It's hard to break a habit, but I am trying my best. So anyway, Pfizer is supposed to be reporting 56 cents. AMD is supposed to be reporting a nickel. And for AMD to earn anything, this chip maker is competing with Intel and Nvidia. So for them to report anything is pretty good. Any positive number is good. And McDonald's has the $1, $2, $3 menu, which I think is greatly benefiting them. And they're supposed to be reporting $1.59. So Pfizer 56, AMD and nickel, McDonald's 159. So before I continue, I want to say that I got all these numbers from the Fidelity website, and they are accurate to the best of my knowledge. But there are different types of earnings, and depending on which shares you calculate, so you do have to do your own research to get the most accurate results if these numbers are not accurate enough for you, or these are not the type of earnings that you're looking for. There are different types. So anyway, but to be general, these are what the companies are expected to be earning. So on Wednesday, we have an even bigger day than Tuesday. We have Boeing, Facebook, and Microsoft reporting. So these are three huge companies, and I believe all three of them have greatly benefited from the new tax cuts that Congress signed into law. So Boeing makes the airplanes for different airlines. They're expected to report $2.89. I'm reading this backwards off my phone, so I know we can see the numbers. So Microsoft, which is a big company now, it's like $90 a share last time I checked. I think that's right. And they're supposed to be reporting 86 cents, and they're growing very, very quickly because of their cloud offerings. They have Azure, and because of their cloud services, they're supposed to be growing very, very quickly. I believe they grew at almost 100%, their division of cloud offerings. Sorry, I keep on saying I'm really, really trying my best not to say it. It's tough. It's tough when you're not used to speaking in public. So anyway, Microsoft has a very, very high PE ratio, more than I think it's worth, and I'm very surprised that Microsoft is a $90 stock right now. But anyway, they're supposed to be reporting 86 cents, and if you would have invested in Microsoft a few years ago, you could have got Microsoft at like $26. So you would have done very, very well. And Facebook, which is the company that I made the most money in 2017, to the best of my knowledge. I don't know everything I own because I do own a lot of index funds and mutual funds, but directly from stocks, I made a lot of money from Facebook by buying low and selling high over and over again. They're supposed to be reporting $1.95. Now this company has no debt. They have lots of cash. And they are growing at a ridiculous rate. They're growing revenues at like 50%. Who knows how fast they're growing. There was some bad news recently. Actually, it wasn't bad news in my opinion, but some other investors thought it was bad news, where Mark Zuckerberg said he was changing the algorithm and people were going to see their friends' posts and pictures more often, and they were going to see advertisements less often. So that was a concern of some investors. Now, I forgot to mention about Boeing. The reason that the Dow Jones has moved up so quickly since Trump got elected, from about 18,000 to about 27,000 now, 26,500 or whatever it is now. One of the hugest reasons why the Dow's gone up is because of Boeing. The Dow Jones is a price-weighted index, meaning the price of the stock that is the biggest, and I think that's Boeing. I said it again. So the price of the stock that's biggest affects the Dow Jones average the most. So Boeing has grown tremendously over the last year, and now I think they're over $300 or $340 a share or something like that. So Boeing has a huge effect on the Dow Jones, and they've been doing terrific, but it's such a high-priced stock now. It's trading at like 31 times earnings and over $300 something. And I don't know if this continues to be a great investment, although people that invested a year ago have done so terrific. So on Thursday, we have such a big day for stocks. Everything starts with an A. Alibaba, Amazon, AMZN, Google, and Apple. I have no idea what the 5 market caps of those companies combined are, but it is in the trillions. So let's start with Alibaba. I used to own the stock and I sold the stock for like $80 a share. Now, last time I checked, it was like $200 a share. I believe last week it hit $200 a share. So let's see, they're supposed to report $10.59. So with Alibaba and Amazon and a lot of these companies, a lot of these tech companies actually, I think the revenue growth is the most important thing. Not exactly what they're going to report for earnings, but earnings are still obviously important for different reasons. Second, I said it again, second on this list, Amazon. Amazon's supposed to report $1.84. So out of all the companies I mentioned today, earnings is probably least important to Amazon, with the exception of a company like Netflix. Amazon, nobody cares about earnings. Maybe Tesla, Netflix, and Amazon. Nobody cares what they earn. It's all about revenue growth and Netflix subscriber growth, and Tesla, it's about hearing what Elon Musk is going to say next. So those 3 companies would have been fantastic to invest in over the last 5 years. But anyway, Amazon, $1.84. AMZN, my family owns AMZN. They're supposed to report $3.03. If you would have invested $10,000 in AMZN 30 years ago because of dividends, you would have made about $10 million. And for comparison purposes, Apple's the biggest company in the world, but if you would have invested $10,000 in Apple, you would have $3.4 million. So because of reinvested dividends, you would have done so much better from AMZN. So it goes to show you how powerful those are. Now, 4th and 5th on the list, we have Google and we have Apple. Google's supposed to report $10 a share, and it does start with an A. The actual name of the company is Alphabet. The stock symbol is GOOG. And GOOGL, and Apple is AAPL. So Apple was definitely a stock that I made money off of in 2017 via options, and I just recently bought an option in Apple at 171. So one of the things that investors are talking about is fears over weak iPhone X sales, weak iPhone 8 and 8 Plus sales, and just weak iPhone sales in general. But Apple is such an incredible company, and over the last 10 years, people have doubted this stock over and over and over and over again. And I'm telling you guys, Apple is going to do fine. I put my money where my mouth is. I bought a call option for $2,100, strike price $171. This is good for about 6 months or so. I figured exactly how long it's good for. But I do put my money where my mouth is, and I do plan on making a few $100s from this. So we will see what happens. I said the date of today. Earlier in the video, it's January 28th, so you guys can check back on me and see my results. So Apple, because it's around 171, I'll probably get out of this option when Apple hits 176 or 177 and try to make $500 or $600 off that options trade. So this is earnings week. This is more exciting than the Super Bowl to me and to many investors because I'm going to make real money this week. If you haven't watched any of my other videos before, mostly I talk about stocks. This channel was inspired because I bought my daughter 14 different companies to invest in. She now has a portfolio worth over $18,000 and she's 2 years old. And she's the best investor in the world because she doesn't know how to say the word sell. If you enjoy these videos, please like and become a subscriber of my video. And because it's such a small channel so far, and I do want to get to 1,000 subscribers, I am giving away 1 Litecoin to one of my subscribers once I hit 1,000. And if you can, please share the video on your Facebook page or wherever you'd like for me, just to help me advertise, because this is a new channel and it is very hard for me to be found in the YouTube search optimization algorithm or whatever. So I do appreciate subscribers, I do appreciate shares, and I do appreciate comments on the channel. I've personally helped 30 people open their Fidelity accounts, open their Robinhood accounts, and I do continuously help many of my family and friends to invest, and all of them, I'm happy to say, all of them have made money in the stock market. Stock market investing doesn't come without risk, but I am happy to have a 100% record where they have all made money. I think a lot of people's fears are overblown, and if you invest for the long term, over 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, you are almost guaranteed to make a lot of money. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for sharing, and I will shut up now. Have a great day.